to you. Juneteenth it is. And it must be Wednesday. Because we're live. And it is ComicGains. And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess. We're all has looking very lovely day, just like usual, doing the Princess Wave. You do it too, bow down, respect, and of course, there's the Cocoa Dog.
Whee! You said all in one breath?
Yep, all in one breath.
All right, guys. Okay, it is Wednesday. And yeah, we got an awesome show for you. We got a huge new comic book day lineup for you to go over. The Gaines crew went to the comic shop and picked up some books, and it was a hefty order. They did not double our Scotties on this one, so it's a good sign. It was still really expensive though. Still a big order week this week. And yeah, there's a brand new Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 6 came out, and we promised you guys we were going to read that and give you guys an update. So just ahead of time, there will be a full spoiler review of Ultimate Spider-Man 6. So if you haven't read that yet, might skip that part and then come back and watch it again later. See if you came to the same conclusion we did on that book. And yeah, that kind of wraps it up. I did want to talk about the X-Men Krakoa age ending. I finished the last book, X-Men 35/700, I think it was. And I kind of dug it. So I was going to let you guys know how I felt about the end of the X-Men Krakoa era.
Ah, okay. Very cool.
Should be happy or not. Before we get into any of that, though.
It's hot in here, so I'm going to quench my thirst and cool myself down. Got 100% real juice, pineapple juice, that is. Pineapple pulp. Shake well. It's the V-nut, because you always want to get your nut right. That didn't sound right. There's 200 calories, excellent, and no protein. What?
I think there's protein in pineapple.
There should be protein in everything. That's my opinion, though.
It could happen.
All right, let's try it. Oh, I forgot to shake. All right. No. Shit. Oh, that's pretty good. Probably tastes better shaken.
I think it literally says shake. Shake well.
Shake. Okay.
Never reads directions.
I'm mixing it.
Mixing it? We got to mix it up here and say hi to everybody that came in. Andrew, first to the show, the king of New Comic Book Day. Welcome in, buddy. Mighty Mike, how's it going? Ooh, is that the ghost face? The ghost face. I like it, Mighty Mike. Zero, how's it going? Good evening, Zero. Good to see you as always. Ooh, said my LCS didn't get their shipment of Marvel on time. Dude, dang. I hate that when it happens. That's like a killer. I always like looking forward to Wednesday every week, getting my new books, and then you're at work and you get the message like the books didn't show up. I'm like, why? Why would they not show up? I feel like it should never happen.
It's a herder.
It does sometimes. Nuttek in the house. What's up, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Ooh, Simply Lemonade and Skittles drink. Wait, what? Simply Lemonade and Skittles drink. Mix a Kool-Aid and add vodka for flavor. That's a whole bunch of cool things all together. You know, I do remember someone used to put like open a bottle of vodka and drop a bunch of hard candies in there and let it dissolve in the vodka, and that would change the color of the vodka, and then also take on the flavor of the hard candies.
Yeah,
Borzine Robinson, hey everybody, is that a Deadpool hip hop on the background? Yes, it is. Yeah, Princess showcasing her hip hop slabbed hip hop books. You have quite a bit non-slab ones. Yeah, sometimes you do come across some slab ones. I know that's the one. That's the most rare one, isn't it?
Hey, it's B-Rob. Very cool. Thank you for showing up, man, for a live. Appreciate it.
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry, B-Rob. I'm like, I should have known better. Yeah. All right. Ready to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Ready to mix it up. Just some notes this weekend, too. We are all actually going on vacation to a con. There's another con in Washington, but we're going to be staying out there. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll have a Monday video. I think we will. We may have to do like a live one or something. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a con haul, see what we picked up over the weekend. Even Coco's coming. She's coming to the con. She's a con dog. Con dog. Jolly Ranchers and vodka. That's right, Andrew. That's what I've seen. Jolly Ranchers and vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Disappear.
I've had it before. It's not bad.
When did you have it?
When I was 16.
All right, guys. Let's jump straight into it. This looks like a lot of Marvel. I've been going a little crazy on Marvel lately. We got Black Panther issue number 2. This is the Blood Hunt edition. So it's the spin-off for Blood Hunt. I think it says 2 of 3. So there's going to be one more issue after this one to wrap it up. I actually thought this issue was fairly important for the Blood Hunt series. Some of the tie-ins aren't that important. This one did. Seemed like it was. So, Black Panther got turned into a vampire, and Blade has asked him to go on a mission to find a special item that he needs for whatever. And he still has not, we've not figured out what the special item is. So it's very important. And while he's going there, he's having to kind of battle his inner demons with the god of the Panther, which is...
It's not, what was it? Bast?
Bast, yeah. And so he's kind of dealing with that, and he kind of broke away from Bast, and then she caught back up with him again at the end of the book. So we'll see where that leads. Black Panther is one of the characters that people are speculating on may stay a vampire after the series is over. There is some rumors a couple people may remain vampires, so there's going to be some long-lasting thing. The big one is Miles. People are pretty sure Miles may stay a vampire after the series, which could be really interesting. Some people are kind of like, what the heck? But I'm thinking that could be cool.
We need a lady as a vampire. We need some ladies.
Lady vampires? There really isn't that many female vampires in the Marvel Universe, is there? Well, no, we have Brielle. We got Brielle.
Yeah, one.
Steve Sayer in the house. What's up? He got Destro #1, Batman 149, and Wolverine Blood Hunt 2. Ooh, and the Mutu Revolution Revenge. Masters of the Universe. Oh, Mark the Cuddy shot. Get your gains. Yeah, remember we used to say that all the time?
Yeah, I still say it all
the time. Get those games. We used to say get your games.
Get your games.
Get your games. That's our old slogan. Still a good slogan, though.
Get your games.
Speaking of, we got Wolverine issue #2. This is also a Blood Hunt tie-in. I think this is, it doesn't say like 1 of 3 or 2 of 3. So I thought the other one was only going to be a single shot. You see that girl riding on the bike with him on there?
Okay.
You want to guess that character's name?
Is it a recurring character?
I don't think so. She may be a character from the past. They acted like she was. But she is dressed like a Knights Templar. And guess what her name is? One guess.
Pendragon?
Night Guard. Her name's Night Guard.
I've been recommended to use a Night Guard.
I know.
Wow.
I was like, Night Guard, okay. The first Wolverine issue did not seem important at all to the Blood Hunt series. It was a cool, fun book. If you like seeing Wolverine killing things and fighting vampires, it was dope. But it had like no weight to the story at all. It's basically he was chilling in this bar and these vampires show up and they're like, yo, we need to kill this guy before he kills any vampires. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to kill you then. And it was just kind of silly. So, it's decent. But like I said, it held no weight to that. I don't even think he talked or ran into anybody that was relevant to the story. So,
that sounds like a fun read.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little gory. He's ripping vampires' heads off and cutting them up.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not bad if you're just saying like didn't really have anything to do with anything. This is a strange one, and it's just an expensive book too. $8 for that. Disney's Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime, issue #1 came out this week. I'm not sure why this was such a huge book, but it's an $8 book. Scotty Young did do a variant for this one, so we did snag that one. This one we did get 2. I said we didn't get 2, but we did get 2 of that one. I don't know. I'm like, obviously Marvel owns Disney, so they can do whatever they want with the Disney properties. But I'm surprised this came out with Marvel with everything else coming out in IDW. Mm-hmm. But they're like, you know what we need to do is tell the quintessential Uncle Scrooge story, right? Ooh, you like the Frank Miller, JK. Mm-hmm. Which one did he? Oh, he did the Wolverine one? Which one? Wolverine.
Remember we had the conversation about the Frank Miller?
He's still making them. There's still a new one that comes out like every week. Frank Miller's Scrooge. Yeah, I think I think you were right. There's just been like almost every other week there's a Frank Miller cover that comes out. I just don't show you it anymore.
I just think he should retire. I mean, he was good for a time. It
is what it is. But maybe somebody likes it. Uncle Scrooge, though, one of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons I got home was definitely DuckTales. And that was very much centered around Uncle Scrooge, right? Way better than, like, Donald Duck cartoons.
Yeah, way better.
Way better.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah. And who's the guy that launched Pad McQuack, right?
That's all I remember.
The pilot.
Oh, that was something else. The pilot. Okay, no.
Are you like singing the song?
Trying to remember.
Of the song? DuckTales.
No. That's what DuckTales. But the one with the pilot was called something else.
No. Are you talking about the one with the guys from Jungle Book? That was like Tailspin?
Tailspin, yeah.
What did I say that one was?
DuckTales.
DuckTales, yeah. There's too many tales. They did a DuckTales and a Tailspin all in the same afternoon. Ridiculous.
Too many tales.
They're both good though. One I'm not reading, and I probably won't. I probably should read Iron Man sometime, but Invincible Iron Man issue 19 came out this week. Legacy number 669 for all you people counting out there. This is a big Marvels variant, Scotty Young. I don't know. I really didn't like the first round of Scotties, but these ones are getting a little better. I do have a soft spot for Iron Man Scotties. I think he does a good job with Iron Man as opposed to some of the other characters. Like Hulk's a little weak when it comes to Scotties, but I do need to give Iron Man a read one of these days. He's a good guy. Tailspin was your jam, Mark the Cuddy Shark. Yeah, Tailspin was cool. And it's weird they used all the same characters from the Jungle Book, just repurposed them.
Is that right? I mean, they got the guy. The pilot was the bear.
Baloo, yeah, and then Shere Khan was in it, and so was King Louie.
Are you?
No Mowgli though.
No Mowgli. Who's a human though?
Left that guy alone. We got Sensational She-Hulk.
Oh, Chip and Dale.
Yeah, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, and Darkwing Duck. Let's Get Dangerous. You can't beat that. Sensational She-Hulk issue number 9. This is the Adam Hughes variant cover. They completed the last arc. So she went on a love vacation with Jack of Hearts. Found out that he had dedicated himself to a different woman long time ago, and that woman ended up on the same love vacation with them. When I say love vacation, it was like a cruise, but a cosmic cruise. And he was torn between, does he go with the old woman that he promised himself to, or does he stick with his new woman? Surprise, he does stick with She-Hulk. So after this kind of like weird love triangle battle thing happens, and then he ends up sticking with She-Hulk. So she's back home on Earth. It's just a very like chill story about her like average life and her everyday love and stuff like that. But while she was on the trip, she had 2 like minor villain guys show up at her law office, and they needed like someone to represent them because they were getting evicted from their house. And she said, "Well, I'm gone. Crash at my house." So now that she's back, she probably has to move these minor villain dudes out of her place so she can get back to business. Strange book. Very strange book, but it's cool. Yeah, Andrew said he's been loving Sensational She-Hulk. It's definitely, slice of life book. I always think of myself like, should I keep reading this? And then I read it, I'm pleasantly pleased after each time I read it. It's good. It's the only book out there like it, so.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, why would you, like, I can understand relatives, but even though it's like some relatives, like if you're
letting them stay at her house.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think she got banned from working or she got suspended for a little while. So like she wanted to represent them, but then since they didn't have a place, they're getting evicted. She said they could stay at her place. She's also staying at like Patsy Walker's house or something, I think, or somebody else. It might be like Hope Pin or no, Janet Van Dyne. It's probably Janet Van Dyne's house. I'd stay at Hulk's Airbnb. Yeah, right? You can smash whatever you want, never get in trouble. Back on the sky, he's got Immortal Thor issue number 12. This is also the big Marvels variant cover? Variant cover.
Little?
Yeah, for all you guys out there. Legacy number 723 on the Thor. 773 on the Thor. I did read Thor a little bit when it first came out. Wasn't my cup of tea, although I think this one is Al Ewing is writing it, and the covers have normally been by Alex Ross. I think he's still doing the covers. The interiors actually look really good. I just was reading too many things to keep up with Thor, so we did get it for the Scotty Young cover. I may peek into this one and try to check back in and see how Thor's doing with the team. I believe who's his sister?
Ella?
The other sister. The real sister.
Angela.
Angela. I believe she is back in the comics now. So, and she's kind of a fun character, so it might be a good time to pick that up and see how Angela's doing, right?
Yeah.
Good old Angela.
That's your sister. Back.
Immortal Thor got really good. Oh, okay. It's gotten better. Okay. I did not like the first couple issues, but it was like, you really needed to know like this like Norse mythology to really get into it with like those giant versions of the other of the other gods showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Sharky Mark, what's up? Happy Hump Day.
Okay.
We got Dracula, issue number 2, Blood Hunt tie-in. I have been liking this one.
Agu, hey.
Ooh, Agu, what's up, man? Lurking in the background. They got Dracula and Brielle have teamed up. I did think they were going to team up longer with Miles, but he kind of broke off from that almost immediately. As soon as they put together that team, and then he's like, "Oh my God, I'm a vampire!" And then he's like, "All right, I've got to go defend Brooklyn." So he like takes off. And I'm like, "Man, I wanted to see them hang out a little bit longer." But Brielle finds out that her dad's the bad guy, so she knows now that Blade is the main bad guy. And they're like, everyone's saying this whole group, and they're like, "All right, we need to kill Blade. That's what we got to do." And she's like, "Oh no, we're not!" And then like runs off, like just leaves everybody. And she doesn't want to be the one that has to kill Blade. So as she runs away, Miles goes after her, and then Dracula goes after them, and they kind of split off in their own thing. And like I said, that's when Miles kind of branches off and does his own thing. Obviously, by the cover, Daredevil's going to show up in this book, so that's fun. Daredevil's always a cool character. I believe he fights Dracula in this book, so we'll see how that turns out. Because I'm pretty sure Dracula is way, way more powerful than Daredevil. But I will say, I read part of Brielle's Bloodlines miniseries, and I wasn't like super in love with it. I do like her character a lot more in this. She's actually a really exciting character, and I could probably get down with reading more of her stuff. You know, now that she's not like learning about killing vampires, she's already pretty good at killing vampires. I think that's a lot more interesting. Ooh, Kenneth Bird in the house. What's up? What's up? Oh, gee. Hello, beautiful princess. Just hi back, I think, right? You saying hi back? Daniel, what's up? Happy new comic book day. It is a good day. It is comic book day. And fist bumps around from Agu. I like it. Okay. Speaking of important books.
Thomas Caps. Hey.
Thomas, hey, welcome in, Thomas. We got Doctor Strange issue number 16. We did go with the big Marvel Scotty Young on this one. This one will be really important in the Blood Hunt. Pretty sure everything Doctor Strange and everything Moon Knight will pair very well with the Blood Hunt series, because Jed MacKay is writing this series, and he is the main writer for the entire event. The end of the last Doctor Strange, we got to see the reveal that his brother, who's been like a ghost version, or what is that called? The astral plane version of himself, has been locked up in Doctor Strange's house this whole time. And now that there's a free body, because Doctor Strange has vacated his own body, he's like, this may be a good time to hop in his body and wreak some havoc. I haven't read as much Doctor Strange as I probably should have, but I believe his brother is a pretty major villain all the way back to like the Silver Age. So, Silver Age, does that sound right? So, yeah, should be Silver. Maybe Bronze.
What's his name? Not So Strange?
Not So Strange. He's called The Other Hand.
The Other Hand.
The Not Strange Hand. But, yeah. I'm sure it's really good. The character seems fun, so I think this will be a Wong book, though. Not a Wright book. A Wong.
Mr. Forge, how's it going?
Hey, Guy Forge, what's up? How's it going? Digging the pants? Everyone's digging the pants tonight, Princess. Good job. We got a Nathan Zerdy cover. Probably everyone's saying this is the best book in DC Comics right now. I haven't read it, so I can't like really attest to that, but everyone I've talked to says it's the best book. World's Finest, Batman and Superman, done by the great Mark Waid and Dan Mora. So like huge creative team on there. Oh, the Harley in the background and Poison Ivy. This is the variant cover, Batgirl and Supergirl. Supergirl. Is there still a Superwoman?
Yeah, probably. In another universe.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Ooh, the volume of Doctor Strange has been so great. It has been really good. Jed MacKay's killing it. But fantastic book. I probably need to go back and read World's Finest. We'll try to make Zach. He loves World's Finest. Yeah. Just don't like the Bronze Age World's Finest, huh? Copper Dropper. We got Captain Marvel issue number 9. This is the Scotty Young Big Marvels issue on this one. However, I am reading Captain Marvel. It's been a really fun read so far. What is it? Captain Marvel and Yuna. as the new character that they teamed up, and they had the Negabands on each other, so they were having to switch places, and they ran this new big villain called the Undying or Undone. I think it's the Undone, and she's basically trying to absorb all these stronger characters. So she wants to absorb Captain Marvel's powerful because she's super powerful, and she's had to team up with like Laura L and Phyla Vel to fight her off. And while they've been doing that, Yuna, I want to say Yuna, I think that's what it is. Yuna and her friend got trapped in the negative zone, and Yuna doesn't really have powers, but her friend does have powers. I think it's Omen, and they're also kind of like in a female relationship together. Oh. So a nice little story going on. But Yuna is a new, very, very cool new popular character. I kind of think she reminds me of Dr. Aphra a little bit. So, but maybe that's just me. I get that Dr. Aphra vibe from her. Underrated character for sure. Underrated. You know who's not an underrated character? Captain America. This is the big Marvel Scotty Young edition, issue number 10, legacy number 760. I feel like that's a travesty that like Captain America's only at 760. Should be way higher, right?
He had a break.
A little bit when he was frozen.
Yep. They were on a break. You know.
They were on a break.
You know, like I believe from like the 40s or
to 1963. Yeah. It skipped all the 50s, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Captain America. Have not been reading this series either, although I heard it's good. It's written by J. Michael Straczynski, so he is one of the really good writers for SpiderMan, who did a lot of the big like seminal runs for him. Also did what's that crappy one where One Day.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? One Day.
Good Day.
The one where he like erases everything. Not a good day. Not a good day, but I've heard good things. We've got amazing.
One Day.
Yeah, was it One Bad? No, One Day. What's it called?
Just One Day.
No, I can't remember what it is. We've got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 52. What did I say? Whoa, what did I say? Jed Wells. Wait, Zeb Wells. I lost my mind for a sec. The book has basically been taken over by Ed McGuinness as the artist lately, and I'm loving it so far. It's much, much better with Ed McGuinness. Sorry to John Romita Jr., but McGuinness's art is really good. There is a Scotty Young version with Spider-Punk on the cover. I don't know if there's ever been a full Spider-Punk Scotty Young, so that's kind of cool. It might be the first one. Obviously, this is an ASM 300 homage for cover A, which is kind of exciting that they did that for a non-variant cover. That's the real cover A, that's the cool. 300. Spider-Man has got the evilness of the Green Goblin inside him, so that's actually Peter on the cover as Green Goblin, and he's wreaking havoc all over the city. Surprisingly, Kraven is actually trying to help him. He's kind of the one that accidentally turned him that way when he has a special spear that if he stabs you with it, it like gets all the evil out you. And he was trying to put it back into Norman, and Spider-Man got in the way and it stabbed him instead. And so he's trying to help him get rid of the evil inside him. And surprisingly enough, Chasm's back. So Chasm is also trying to help Peter get the crap out of him, the badness.
You mean Peter got pricked and he turned into a green pricked Peter?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. The artwork inside looks really good though. It looks like looks in like an amazing book. So, next up we've got, look how crazy these covers are, man. This is Kendrick Lim on Gun Honey, issue number 2, Titan Comics.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, Princess picked herself up a set of those ones. You gotta look that one up close. The color one, that's crazy. We really drew that good. It's pretty good.
Very good.
Kendrick Lim. Keep an eye on those. There's some really good Gun Honey covers. I am not reading this book. I don't know anything about it. I've heard from a couple people that it's actually a really good story. So, not bad at all. Milt, what's up? No worries. I know it's like 3 hours later over there. So
yeah, understand.
You made in time. For the last book, we've got Catwoman, issue number 60.
Oh, that's fun.
6, Racha Lin, right? This is a Racha Lin variant cover. I'm surprised, like, Catwoman's made it 66 issues of Catwoman, man. That's crazy.
Must be really good. Same thing with Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Must be a good read.
Yeah, I know. DC's been doing, I feel, a little bit better job on the writing than Marvel has. I may not be the only one who thinks. I know they recently did the awards for what's the comic book awards called?
I have no idea. I
can't remember what. That sounds right. The Eisner Awards.
Eisner. Okay.
Yeah, did you say Eisenhower?
Yeah,
that works too. The Eisner Awards. I think Marvel did not get nominated for any of them, and DC and a bunch of independent ones got nominated for like a whole bunch of awards together. But I don't think Marvel had any nominations that I'm aware of.
Makes sense.
So surprisingly enough. So that wraps up New Comic Day. We did get Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 6, guys. What is it? Chichetto is back on the book. This issue, he has been MIA for at least 2 issues so far. I really think Chichetto makes the book a lot better. Jonathan Hickman, looks like we're going up against the Hulk on this one. We all read this one already, and did I say the Hulk?
You said the Hulk.
Did I? Dude, yeah. I'm losing it. Too much work.
Wilson Fisk.
Kingpin. It's got Kingpin on the cover. And yeah, it's been exciting for us because I do read a lot of books and the team reads some from time to time, but they made a commitment to the comic book world that they will read all the Ultimate books with me and we'll review them with you. And it's been a lot more fun because there's been a lot of mystery going on. So we get to kind of debate the mystery of the Ultimate Universe. So Zach was going to read this part for you real quick, and then he'll jump into the review. I'll stop talking for a while.
All right. 20 years ago, the Maker prevented a radioactive spider from biting a young Peter Parker. He likewise prevented the creation of the other superheroes and formed a secret council to rule the world from the shadows. 5 months ago, Tony Stark sent Peter that same radioactive spider along with a Pico suit, warning the Maker's Council, and warnings of the Maker's Council, excuse me. Since then, Peter has used the incredible powers granted by the Spider Bite to fight crime alongside a masked vigilante called the Green Goblin, aka Harry Osborn, the CEO of Oscorp. They met fighting an assassin hired by Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin of New York and subordinate of the Maker's Council. Fisk is also as owner of the Daily Bugle, Peter's boss. Kind of awkward. But so far, Peter has managed to keep his second life a secret from everyone, well, except for his daughter, May.
There you go. So that wraps up where we've been so far, and now we're jumping into issue 6. Good job. This proved that Zach does know how to read.
I can read.
You saw it here on the channel.
I have a good brain. All right. So we start here. They're having breakfast, or they're having a cup of OJ.
In June. Isn't that weird? It literally says, like, in June.
Yeah.
You got the Parker family. So, Peter Parker, MJ, and the 2 kids.
Yeah. They're having a stack of hot cakes, pancakes, and some OJ. You know, the good OJ, not the bad. And they're asking Papa, why is his face messed up? He has a black eye. Now we turn the page. And he's like,
Now we turn
the page. I'm just going to do a play-by-play reading
so
here.
Peter's like beat up, dude. He's got like all these black eyes. His lips are all slashed. And like Zach said in the thing, the person who doesn't know, only May knows who he is. The rest of the family does not, so.
But Zach has cakes.
Because he didn't listen to
what?
MJ.
Cakes?
Yeah, you do have cakes, Zach.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Anyways.
So, you took that one out. Uh-oh.
All right, so they're in there. He's like, hey, I'm just clumsy Peter Parker. Just got hurt on the job. It's like, you work at the paper. What are you doing? And then, of course, May kind of blurts out a little bit of, but Dad, we all know why you're doing it. You're a super what? Oh, hey, shut up! And then
he's like, slaps the kid.
The Mary Jane's like, hey, why don't you tell us
60s?
the rest of the story? Tell us the
truth.
And it's about 4 months since he actually got the powers, so it's kind of awkward to leave that secret left unsaid for 4 months. He has some explaining to do, and explaining he does. and then we skip to the scene.
Page
turn. And they're staking out this proper or his main place of business. I'm guessing maybe his house, condo.
It's called. I think it's called. It says on their Fist Tower.
If you want to get fist, come here. Anyways, they're
kind of like that story where it starts out like this is like him beat up, and now it's like, and now this is how he got beat up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And now they're staking it out, and they're like, "This is the day." And Peter's like, "I really want to have a crime on my record. It's like I've never done a crime before." It's like not one. Nope. It's like, hey.
He's talking to Green Goblin.
Yeah.
It's him and Green Goblin staking it out.
I thought I said that.
No.
Him and Green Goblin staking it out. Okay, you interrupted me. That's why. Blame others always. Him and Green Goblin staking it out, right? And Peter's like, I don't know about this. I've never broken into someone's house or this building. It's like, hey, you never done a crime before? And he's like, no. It's like, well, I won't tell if you don't. So they're like, yeah, whatever. Okay, let's go. They smash him through the window.
Well, before you get, I like that part where he's like, hey, you've never broken into anything, Peter? And he's like, hey, don't use my real name when we're on a mission. He's like, what are we supposed to call each other? And he's like, well, we don't have code names. You realize now that they've never had, he doesn't call himself SpiderMan and he doesn't call himself Green Goblin. So he's like, what should I call you? And he's like, well, I don't know. He's like, well, everyone's calling you Green Goblin. He's like, well, I don't know if I should use that name. He's like, well, should we use Green Goblin? He's like, well, I think it's kind of cool. We could go with that. So
it's like,
I thought that was like a funny part.
It's like, I get to pick my own.
The silent sneeze.
It's like, so you don't want it to be Green Goblin? It's like, no, I actually kind of like Green Goblin.
He's like, I do kind of like that.
I do kind of like. I'll go with it.
Okay, they break into the place.
And Wilson's making himself a nice drink, as any strong, tall, bald man should, when he's waiting for his enemies to arrive at his house. Anyways, he's like, I have camera. He's telling them I have cameras all throughout this area. I knew you were staking this place out for weeks. I was just waiting for you to strike. I was like pretty confident. Yeah. And then page turn.
You're like, click.
I'm just giving a play-by-play. And then suddenly he presses a button and it's a trap. Yeah. Admiral Akbar.
That's what I was thinking when I saw that. Admiral Akbar.
Every time I just hear someone say it's a trap, I always do that. And I always see like a picture of Admiral Akbar. But he's like, ah.
It's a Mongolian goodness.
Too much sharing, okay? Mm-hmm. So this cage falls down. It's like now they're in a death cage, a death match. And this is pretty tough. He's messing up both of them all at the same time, and they're throwing all of their good punches, and for some reason the shirts comes off.
Well, no, he throws a goblin bomb at him.
Yeah.
So Green Goblin throws a goblin bomb at Kingpin. It goes, poof, and it looks like he's gonna be destroyed. And then
he has some kind of tattoos.
Show them now.
He has some tattoos that they kind of say like, oh, they don't say it, but they imply that these tattoos are somehow making him stronger. So he
says he had alterations done to his body.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it's necessarily the tattoos that made him stronger, or if he just has those on him, but
so we got the ultimate Kingpin.
Yeah.
He's twice as strong as the regular Kingpin. I actually don't know how strong he is, but I'm saying twice.
He stomps the crap out of Spider-Man and Green Goblin. It's like easily.
He's messing up Green Goblin. It's like,
oh, hey, John Lowe.
No one's going to stop
me
from taking you. It's like, hey, Peter's like, I'm here. Well, what about me? He's like, all right, now I'm going to work you up. And he starts beating his butt, too. And then he like starts getting really messed up. And then Green Goblin calls in this glider. And they escape on the glider.
Yeah. So they totally got their butts kicked by the Kingpin. Which makes sense because they're kind of new to all this stuff.
And then it goes back to all that explaining at the dinner table, breakfast table actually, because it's pancakes and OJ. And wait, didn't they say it's time to go to bed or something like that?
Yeah.
No, they told him to go to a room. That's kind of strange.
They tell him to go to bed.
Yeah, that'd be like you're not having breakfast for dinner because that'd be bad.
Super soldier syrup. That could work.
Just saying. Or lazy. But anyways,
Think he's been juicing.
Anyways, so they're like, oh, Dad, you just gotta be careful. The kids are saying to him this and that. So like, all right, go to bed.
I didn't realize the whole time I was reading it that he was telling them that story until like it went back to it. Did you realize that the whole time?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Why would it jump from that to that?
I don't know. He didn't like make it clear that he's like, this is what happened. Yeah. And then like you get to see all the crap, and then it like jumps back to it. And then it's like, he's like, and family, that's how I got hurt. And they're like, oh. And you're like, huh? Everyone's been making this big deal that like Peter hasn't told his family that he's Spider-Man, that like it's super weird that he hasn't done it. So it's kind of like a cool part that he just like.
It's kind of rude.
Yeah, rude that he didn't tell him, right?
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
It almost kind of made him seem a little weaselly.
Yeah, yeah. Like he might get some black hat on the side later in this issue. True. Not this issue, but maybe. Anyways, he tells the kids to go to bed. It's like night, or go to your room. Me and your mother have to talk, and he's expecting to get just. What's a good word?
Chewed out.
Chewed out. I would have said something else, but I can't say it on YouTube. But he expected to be chewed out, but MJ was like, I kind of understand. I got a little mixture of feelings going on, but I understand, and I'm not gonna make you feel horrible, but don't do it again. And then he's like, no, it's like, and then do you know what your superhero name is? Like, I don't know. We were just talking about me and Green Goblin, and it's like, can I get your expertise as the entrepreneur? And she's like, it cost you, Tiger. Or I think she says Tiger. Maybe she doesn't say Tiger.
I don't remember that.
It will cost
making
you.
Up stuff in the book?
Yeah, she says right here.
Yeah, she said it cost you. It seems that it cost you, Tiger.
That's the classic line.
It cost you, Tiger.
Whoever wrote this should have added that in. Your mistake.
Yeah.
You lost $5.
Should have been cost you, Tiger.
Tiger. That's like the perfect time to say it. Anyways, say I got the perfect name for you. It's like SpiderMan.
Yeah. And what do? What's the first thing you do when you find out that your husband is Spider-Man?
You ride on his back like a monkey.
You tell him, put on that costume and fly me around the damn city.
Yeah, it seems kind of dangerous, and it seems like, is that Mary Jane?
I thought they were gonna. She's like, so you got super strength, huh? And I thought they were gonna get a little dirty in there, like an extra endurance. But thank you, Thomas. Thank you. So a lot of things that people have been wanting came true in this one. So the family knows now.
No.
Kingpin's way stronger than we thought. I thought he was actually going to be weaker because that Bullseye type character was kind of pushing him around before, and they were able to whoop that character's butt. So I don't know. What'd you think?
It was okay. It's not the best story I've read. It's kind of, for me, it brought down the Spider-Man story a little bit because it was like the last one was kind of like this too.
No, I actually thought this was like a 5 out of 5 on this one. I really like this one. Really, the artwork was really good. We had an awesome team-up fight with Green Goblin, Spider-Man against Kingpin, and then we got the big reveal that the family now knows. Like, they really pushed the story forward.
Yeah, I feel like this was a sandwich kind of story. That the meat in the middle was like, some turkey. I like turkey. It's great, but I want some roast beef. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's the grade? Turkey?
3.5.
Maybe
kind of like creeping towards a 4, but not quite a 4.
All right. What'd you think, Princess? A 4. Solid 4. I actually thought this was a really good step in the direction of the comic book. So, all right. One quick thing before we go. I was going to give you guys a quick recap. We did get X-Men 35. I don't have the regular cover. We got the Scotty cover. This came out last week. I was able to read through this, and it kind of wrapped up. So if you guys are wondering where X-Men's going, they put all of the stuff back in the box. So you don't have to worry about Krakoa anymore. It is done, and all the new series are coming out. Ryan Stegman's got X-Men series. And I thought this was like really cool here where basically a bunch of the mutants that were left over from the White Hot Room when the Phoenix was kind of destroying all the enemies. They they went away and then came back, and they're kind of all these they brought back to life all the mutants from Genosha. So there's like millions of mutants that are like living in this white hot room, and when they send them all back, they do this explanation right here where I feel like it kind of sums up Krakoa, where they say like, wherever it may lead, and as the last rays of the setting sun touched the living island, it shimmered as if in a heat of haze, and began to rotate like some vast glittering jewel, moving facet by facet through a direction that cannot be expressed or pointed to. To this day, those who saw it cannot describe it, only that it was beautiful, and the most beautiful dream, and a dream that was for a moment real and shone with infinite love and care as it shifted beyond dream into a higher reality. And what does that look like? What does it look like when a dream moves on without you? So ended the first age of Krakoa. I thought that was cool. Like the way they explain, like to people who really liked it, you can't explain it. You had to have read it and been there like while the book was going on to like really enjoy it. I thought that was like a cool way to like end the Krakoa age. So if you ever get a chance to read the X-Men Krakoa, Hawks and Pox, the first series is really good. You can skip a lot of the other stuff, but if you ever want to read like the first part of it, even the last part is pretty good.
So it said the first age of Krakoa?
That's what it says. Maybe there'll be another age.
The age of Krakoa.
They like disappear into the white hot room, so if they ever wanted to bring them back, they could. But cool thing. When I was reading that, I kind of like, I was like, oh, I feel like every week I'm trying to explain X-Men, and then it's like, it's so confusing. Everyone's like, I don't understand what I'm saying. And it literally, they wrote in the book, like, you can't explain this to anybody. They have to have read it for themselves to like understand how cool it is. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Poetic.
All right, God. Oh, before Princess hit me, you guys all saw it on camera. Before we let you guys go, do all the usual YouTube stuff. Right now, stop what you're doing. Hit the like button because I love you guys, and do all the normal stuff. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think of this week's new comic book day. We will have update for you guys on Monday on how the con went. And Zach, you got anything special before we go?
Yeah, you guys share how you do that is you must have walls. Like most people have walls. Hopefully you have walls. And then you can put stuff on those walls. Right? Comics. Specifically slabs. And if you do that, then you have a slab wall.
Or if you build it, they will come.
First you take a pen, then you take a pineapple, put them all together, pineapple pen. I watched that video so much when it came out.
I don't know what video that is.
Don't worry about it. You don't want to watch it.
I don't want to see that video. All right, guys.
What the hell is
Until we see you next time, stay safe and remember.
Get the slab wall gains. Every single one. It's a beautiful looking at slab wall. Awesome. All right, later, gainers. Later.
Try to stay cool out there, guys. It's spicy.
Very cool.
It's a spicy day.
Spicy. Later.